Welcome back and thank you for staying with us on Daybreak. So, of course, we'll be talking about what has been happening for the past year because it started making headlines a long time ago in Nigeria's political landscape. So, the ruling party magnetic attractions is what we choose to call it on the show this morning. What is behind this mass defection? So, in recent weeks, we have witnessed a flurry of defections from top politicians in Kaduna State, with notable members of the PDP and the Labour Party crossing over to the ruling APC. And this trend has left many wondering what is behind this mass exodus. But Kaduna State is not an isolated case. Now, since President Tinubu took office, a significant number of lawmakers in the National Assembly have defected to the APC. And the question on everyone's mind is, what is driving this trend? Is it genuine change of heart, or are there other factors at play? We want to hear from you, or we want to hear your take, your thoughts of what is happening and why you think this is happening. Why are people defecting from other parties to the APC? Share your thoughts. Of course, the numbers will be displayed on your devices. You can call any of the number, but you can send WhatsApp message via the first number alone. So please, if you're sending your message, include your name and where you're calling us from, where you're sending your message from. Also, if you're calling us, stay away from your devices or tone down the volume. The moment it starts ringing, put the phone close to your ear. That way you get to know when we pick the call, and you tone down immediately the volume of your device, or you stay away from it so that we can have a very clear conversation. This, as we see, whether we like it or not, is going to change the trajectory, or let's say may change. Let's use the word may change the trajectory of the future in terms of Nigerian politics. So we need Nigerians to be really invested in what is going on in the political world, because these political scenes determine who the leaders are that we have in our country. And so far, with what is going on in Nigeria, in Africa at large, globally, we know that picking the right leaders are the most paramount, the most important things for us to do at this time, at a dire situation. So with everything going on, people moving from other parties to the APC, what is your take up on that? We have a first call. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, madam. Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Paul. I'm calling from Makurdi.
Good to have you from Makurdi this morning. Let's hear your take on the factions to the APC.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. The massive defection to APC, to me, those politicians just want to remain relevant always, and it's not for the love of the masses of Nigeria, it's for their personal gain. Just as somebody has said, that is a stomach infrastructure that they are going for. The man is very correct and he's right, because if what the APCs are doing, they are helping the masses, if it's attractive. If what they are doing is helping us, we can say it is because of that good work that they choose to leave their party and join the APC. But what is the APC doing? They are not helping the masses. They are just trying to add more pain to our previous pain that we have been suffering as a Nigeria all this year back. Before border decisions ended, we thought the next one that will be coming will be someone that will wipe away our tears. But the man that come on board now has add more pains to Nigerians by so many of his how do I put it, what is carrying out the project and whatever, like the increment of 12% concerning the MTN and the rest communication, this thing. If they really want those guys to withdraw that increment, the federal government has the capacity by reducing the tax that they are giving to these guys indirectly. But if they are adding pressure on them to pay you more tax, they will definitely back banks on we that we are consumers, who are the citizens of the country that you are ruling. So the guys that are defecting is for their personal gain. They have no any good intention for Nigerians. And mind you, when it comes to 2027, some of them, if they win any elections, under this APC, they will still go back to their party that they come from. So they have not any good intention for us. That is it. They are just.
All right. I think we lost that caller, but from what he said that so far Nigerians have not felt the impact of the ruling party, which of course they have ruled, continuously for over almost 10 years now. And so he feels if at all there is defection, it's not because the party is doing something great and you want to of course associate with a great thing, which would have been a good reason if everybody was happy with the party. But it's all about the stomach infrastructure. He doubled down on what PDP's Tambuwal said on the issue. Let's hear your take on this. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling from.
This is Summayya Abubakar calling from Kaduna State.
Good to have you again, Abdullahi. Let's hear your take.
I'm with my brother. These people that you are joining the party, they are going for their selfish interest. They are not for help. They are not helping us. They are not helping us at all. They are going there just to, after they win the election, or they succeed, or the party did not succeed, then they will go back to their normal party. Because had it been, they see any impact inside the APC, they will go and they will help the country. And they will help the masses. Just as my fellow brother said, only the telecom, they are giving us so much tough time. How much more of when those people come inside, they are coming with their own different mission to join the party. So they are coming there just to help themselves. When they win the election, fine, they remain in the party. If they didn't win the election, they will go back to their former party. So I don't see any impact in it that they are coming to help us.
Okay.
So we have to be very careful with them.
All right, appreciate that. Appreciate your take on that. Saying he doesn't feel it's all about double down on the talk on stomach infrastructure. But there is one thing we're missing, though. I know that constitutionally there seems to be a bit of a loophole, in terms of defectors from one party to the other. And I've seen political parties fight that in court. But then the court is always not clear on that issue. So if anybody can give us if we can have a lawyer, if we can have someone that knows, the Constitution on that part of the factors, because people are saying if you came under this umbrella of this party and the people trusted you, it's not just about your personality. There's also that party. Some people won because of personality, others is because of party. But then when you defect, does that mean you should be stripped of that position, because that would be breaking the trust of the people? That's another angle that I want us to look at. So let's hear your take. Good morning.
Good morning, Summayya Abubakar. I hope everything is well in Abuja.
Yes, everything is fine. Thank you for asking. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, it's Mohammed Usama Suleiman. I'm calling you from Jalingo, Taraba State.
It's good to have you from Jalingo, Mohammed. Let's hear your take.
Well done.
Thank you.
So recently there was, some past leaders in Kaduna, they come from People's Democratic Party to, All Progressive Congress, that is APC in Kaduna. So most of them, they are doing that thing for their own benefit. And looking at all we are talking about the camps, people they are living their own political party to another, political parties. Looking at APC, there's a lot of problems even in APC, and they participated in past, general elections, but they never succeed, and they're now trying to back to the ruling party. Maybe the ruling party will give them a ticket. They are expecting tickets. They are not looking at the problems of the country. They are looking on how they will fight to have that position. But seriously, they are just doing this thing for their own benefit. They are doing these things for their own benefit. That they are not doing it to the benefit of the masses. So seriously, this kind of issues that is happening in Nigeria, we don't even know how we are going to describe it, because you know that we are in condition where there is no any leader that can come and save our, our welfare as well as our lives. So seriously, I don't think that these the countries, they are doing something that will help their people, or the people, especially the Kaduna people.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, we saw the former, I think, deputy governor, or Yaro also defecting from NNPC to the ruling All Progressive. We've seen a lot of defection from NNPP, from also LP, from PDP, even other parties to APC, and it's the way it's going. There's this question of what happens to democracy, because democracy is having a variety of options to check and weigh and say, okay, I'm going to choose this. But when every politician is coming from one party, is that still democracy or monarchy? Let's hear your take. Good morning. Do we still have the caller? All right, go ahead, call any of the numbers on your devices and on your screen, and make sure you send WhatsApp, of course, if you're trying, because we all know the network providers have been messing with our head. So if you can't connect, you can send WhatsApp message with your take. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, are you with us? Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Mukhtar. I'm calling from Makodi.
Mukhtar from Makodi. Good to have you. Let's hear your take. Mukhtar, are you with us? All right, I think we lost Mukhtar. Please go ahead, call, and let's hear your take. I think I want to joke around and say there's a deliberate attempt from the network providers just because we called you out. I'm just joking. Please allow us connect with Nigerians. Let's hear from them about this issue. This is something that, like I said, might change the trajectory of what is to come 2027. So far, with a lot of defection, we all know these people had, there's something working in their mind to make this decision. Good morning.
Good morning, Summayya.
Good morning.
Shatima Kudima calling from Maiduguri.
It's good to have you this morning, Shatima from Maiduguri. Let's hear your take.
Summayya, I really appreciate you people by using magnetic. Magnet can pull a iron whether he like it or not. That's exactly the way APC is pulling people to go to the APC, to the camp. It's not because of anything, because of selfish interest. These are what we call a political prostitutes. In politics, if at all you are a true politician, you can stay in your home, despite the fact that the agenda of that party have satisfied you. That's the reason why you joined that party. You remain in that party whether the party was in power or not. If you can remember, the history cannot forgive us. We can cast our mind back during the PDP when it was a ruling party. Look at where the people are trooping in. Influx of politicians, always decanting to PDP. This is the real Nigerian politics. If ruling party was in power, people they will be trooping in. But we thank God. We thank God for that. Because many people they join APC, that's where the interest will be overseen. The interest will be too much for them. Then the party will be dissolved and will be scattered by the willing of God. This APC, we have never seen a party that betrayed Nigerians like APC. APC was the party that betrayed all Nigerians. They subject us into hardship. So what is so passionate about the APC? This APC give us a lesson that we will never forget in our life. Then you are decamping to APC for what? For what? For selfish interest. We all know Nigerian politics It's not like that. If you are in a ruling party, all your shit will be covered. That's the reason why they are joining the APC. It's not because of anything, because of their selfish interest. Look, Summayya, I can tell you, I have never seen a party without manifesto like the ruling party that we have now. They lack manifestos. They have nothing to offer for Nigerians. Look at where people are suffering. It was in the APC time people they picked themselves out of grasses. In this country, we see it. We see how people are digging ant hole to get food for themselves. You see, look at the way petroleum is giving us headache. Look at our road has become a death trap. Look at our education is declining. No security for farmers to till the soil and cultivate crops. And people are dropping in. For what? For their own selfish interest. Thank you so much. That's my take.
I appreciate you, Shatima, for calling to share that thought. Shatima is also doubling down on the fact that he feels that these people are just defecting for selfish interest. And of course, we have a message on WhatsApp, so I'm just going to read it out. This message is from Franklin Ojo. He said he's sending the message from Enugu State. The mass defection by politicians from PDP and Labour Party to APC. His take is that these people, or to take these people, so many of them are running to the place where they think that they can win the election come 2027, because all of them have failed the people they are representing. May God have mercy on us and bless Trust TV. God bless Nigeria. Amen. And God bless you too. Appreciate you for that message, Franklin. Now, one of the points he mentioned is that perhaps these people now do not know that they have failed their people. They have not worked for their people. So the people might not vote them in that party. But if they're coming to the APC, what's going to happen? Is there a case of perhaps before the even election happened, there is this, oh, you are APC, so you'd have to win? That is another major concern. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Mohammed Abubakar from Yobe State.
Ahmad from Yobe. Let's hear your take. Do we still have Mohammed on the line? Okay, I think we lost Mohammed. Go ahead, please call the numbers on your device. Let's hear your take on the defection of the party. What happens? There are a lot of questions asked. What happens to democracy if almost all the politicians are now defecting from other parties to APC? What happened? And what is really happening in the APC camp to attract people to leave, abandon their party that the people trusted in and voted them in to come to APC? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today, my sister?
I'm fine, thank you. Is that Ade?
That's good. Yes, Ade from London.
Good to have you, Ade, this morning. Let's hear your take.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit different with my own opinion. Okay. I'm going to look at it in a different way. I want to speak about Kaduna. You see that Kaduna governor is a true Nigerian. I've studied that man. When El-Rufai was governor, he was very close to El-Rufai. He was even fighting anybody fighting El-Rufai. But when he now became a governor, he now saw things differently. Tell me, when have they killed people in southern Kaduna? None. How come? Please suddenly come. That's number one. Number two, the man doesn't know barrier. He's just governing the way he believes as a Democrat. Because that man, I just love the governor. So when other party members saw the trend that is developing everywhere in Kaduna, he doesn't discriminate against anybody. He's just doing the job, as a Nigerian. And they now saw that there is no way they can abandon this man. Everybody was now coming to him. He's totally different from other governor in the north. That governor in Kaduna, I so much love the man. He's just governing the way his spirit directs him to govern. And that's why you see the defection. Look at Shehu Sani. Shehu Sani and this very governor were enemy before. When he spoke in Hausa that he wants his gash, he wants his ear of Shehu Sani, want to cut it. But today, Shehu Sani and the governor have come together because the governor has seen the light. And Shehu Sani now agree. So they are together now for the interest of Kaduna people, not for personal interest. All of them are millionaires. So I love this governor, the way he's governing. It's for peace. During the El-Rufai, they kill every time. But today, look, what is happening in Kaduna, peace. Bringing Gwari, we saw it on TVC. They do program there in the market. Everywhere, peace. Banditry are submitting. So it's a great defection. I support it. In UK here, they defect. Even in the parliament, they defect. They cross carpet. So because you cross carpet, you become independent in the same house. So it's normal. It's politics, democracy. So I support it. Okay. God bless Nigeria and God bless Kaduna.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Ade. It's always good, like I said, this is a place where we don't attack each other. The major concern is attacking the problem and finding a possible solution. And I always praise Nigerians when all of us, don't go towards one direction. It means we think. So Ade is pointing out that perhaps he's using, not in general saying, people are defecting from other parties to APC, but he's using Kaduna, saying perhaps while other people think APC is not really doing well, so there is no reason to join, but for Kaduna, politicians to defect from other party to the APC, it could be because of the impact that he perceived from the governor there, Obasani. So that's another great take on that. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Elijah Solobo. I'm calling from Nasarawa State.
Elijah, good to have you from Nasarawa. Share your take with us.
Thank you. I'm Elijah Solomon, calling from Nasarawa State.
Please tone down the volume of your device, Elijah, and talk to me through your phone. Go ahead and share your take.
Yes, I'm impressed with your program this morning. I just tuned into this program accidentally.
I appreciate that.
I have done that.
Elijah, if you're talking to me, like if you're waiting to hear me through the TV, it's going to cause a delay.
Can you hear me
that's
now?
why I'm still hearing. Please, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
It's all right. So okay. I'm impressed with this program this morning. Just accidentally I tuned to this program and it really made my day. And I want to appreciate the state governor of Nasarawa State, Kaduna State.
Okay.
That man, as far as I'm concerned, is the president of this country. For me, my president. Because he is not looking at religion, he's not looking at anything. I am praying for him every day, because he has made peace a center stool in Kaduna State. And he cut across the northern areas. Look at Nasarawa, look at Jos, look at all these areas. Relative peace. Relative low shedding of blood. When it was the other turn of the other person, look at what we encountered, look at what we saw, and look at the ordeal he's passing through. I pray that God will help this man. God will sustain this man, sustain his seat, and Nigeria will be a better place for all of us. Good morning to Nigerians.
Good morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Even though it wasn't talking about particularly Kaduna State governor, our discussion more is centering on defectors from other parties to the ruling party. But if I can get his point, is saying that he's doubling down on what Ade said, which is perhaps APC, politicians from Kaduna State are attracted to maybe the personality or the so far perceived job well done that they feel Kaduna State governor is doing, hence the reason why there's attraction on that part. We have a few messages, of course, but let's pick this call before we go through that. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from.
How is work?
Fine, thank you.
I'm Abubakar calling from Barikiladi, Excellence Barikiladi, Plateau State.
It's good to have you from Barikiladi, Abubakar. Let's hear your take.
Honestly speaking, our Nigerian politicians, they don't deserve to be politicians. During the military era, they said military go, they can do it. Politicians are back, they come, they disappear. Go back to military era than present politicians because they are selfish and greedy.
It's so unfortunate, Abubakar, that the network
Hello?
is really bad. Can you hear us? Yes. Oh, we lost Abubakar. Appreciate you. But then he was making comparison between the military era and now, and I wanted to get his take on why we're back to that, to military, which we don't wish for. But then the caller before him made mention of for him, Obasani is the president. Please no, we only have one president in the country, which is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. On that part. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us?
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Bonilla Shaker from Akudu.
From where?
Benue State. From Akudu, Benue State.
Please, can you turn down the volume of your device? I can hear myself through your phone. Let's hear your take.
Okay.
Okay, I think we'd have to perhaps let you go. Maybe when you fix it, you can call us back. Please, if you're calling us, stay away from your device. Now, let's go through some of your messages. This message is from Adeku James from Naka, Benue State. He says, defection in Nigerian politicians is not for the interest of the masses, but it is available options for failed, corrupt, alleged corrupt politicians seeking protection. Hence, you decamp to the ruling party, your sins are forgiven, and the looted money will be used to win election. High-profile looters in Nigeria came together and formed APC with no articulated party manifesto. Insecurity increases immediately. Buhari took over. Fuel increases, high in prices of commodities. I mean, that of course, is his take on what is going on. But then appreciate you for sharing your take, Adeku James. Another message here reads, good morning. The mass defection to the ruling All Progressive Congress, the party, is a mirage for the fact that APC as a party has plunged Nigerians to hardship, poverty, famine, and penury. So the crowd you saw in Kaduna were hired people, and indeed those defectors are seeking for political relevancy and positions. APC has nothing to offer to Nigeria. Masses were subjected to abject poverty. So Nigerians are waiting for them in 2027 election. This is according to Rabo Maikefi, calling from, send a message for Kefi, Nasarawa State. Thank you so much, Rabo, for that message. Let's pick this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ezekiel. I'm calling from Niger State.
Ezekiel from Niger State. Let's hear your take.
Yeah. What I want to say that that what we're supposed to learn from Kaduna State government. We're not supposed to vote for party, but for personality. At least, once you vote for party, it is personality that makes a party. So for that, if you start example with Kaduna State government, that's how it's supposed to be. It's not biased. Not a Christian, not a Muslim, not the other side, for everybody. So I pray that even the president should learn from him, the other governors should learn from him, so that will be a good Nigerian. Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right, I appreciate that. Amen to that prayer. God bless our country too. I want to hear from people of Kaduna State though. There is something, that the saying that goes from the horse's mouth. When you hear from the horse's mouth himself or itself or themselves, it would tend to give you a more perspective. I want to hear from them of what they think of their governor and see if at all, yes, it's perhaps not an APC magnet, but a Kaduna governor magnet that is drawing these people. But it's not just, these are recent times, but for the past year, we've seen a lot of party, other political party members moving to the APC. We've seen senators from Plateau State, we've seen House of Representatives from other states, we've seen a massive exodus from other political parties to the APC. What do you think is causing this? And how should Nigeria perceive this decision? Let's pick this call, which will be our last call for today. Good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Summayya.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Ismail from Niger.
Ismail, it's good to hear your voice again. Let's hear your take on today's topic.
Yeah, you have a very interesting topic this morning. You see, I'm very amused the way I heard majority of your caller praising Kaduna State Governor. I'm very, very amused. This is nothing but a legacy. How I wish other politicians, governors, senate, being it a governor, senator, councillor, or chairman, emulate what the Kaduna State government is doing. Governor is doing. He wants to be praised. That is why people are praising him. And I also advise a lot of politicians to know it is their masses that gave them the mandate. And after 4 or 8 years, you are still coming back to your people. How will you feel if you didn't have a legacy? What do you expect people to say about you? About you and your immediate family. What do you expect people to say about you? You should remember, people gave you their mandate based on trust. You promise you will give them this, you will give them infrastructure, you will build road, you will build pipe bomb water, you work on education, you work on health. Within the 2 or 3 years you are in office, check yourself. Have you really done what you promised to do to people? That should be at least a major thing many of our politicians need to be thinking of. No matter the amount of money you think you can even cut away, for how long will that last you? At least we saw a lot of politicians who ruled for 8 years. At the end of the day, some of them are begging. So at least all these things are supposed to be an example to them. We have some politicians in my area here, what they put on ground, till they leave this health, people will still be talking about the good things they do. I remember some times ago when the 2000 the election that passes, what Wike said. He said he want to remain politically valid, and that is why he worked for APC. So it shouldn't be issue of partisan. We should look at candidates. Can he really do it? Is he trustworthy? Can he really deliver the promises he made to Nigeria, to his people? That should be what should be our concern. So, and I'm also advising Nigerians, whoever is going to represent or based either local government, either in a local government level or a state government level, let's sign an MOU with that person. What will you do to us? What are the projects you know you can deliver to us? Let's sign an MOU with them. Within 1 or 2 years, if he cannot be delivered, let's take him out. We have form we can fit to recall him back. I believe if we start doing this, a lot of politicians will deliver their promises. We should remember, we have the right, we as electoral, we have the right to call them back. We should know that. We shouldn't forget that. If a politician within a year or 2 years does not deliver his promises, we have a form to fill to call him back.
Interesting, and really interesting. Appreciate that call, but definitely I'm giving you kudos for even thinking of, okay, why not go on that route of the MOU situation? It means Nigerians are now thinking of what is the extent of our power as voters. What can we decide? What can we choose for the people that we're voting for to do? But then it boils down, I think constitutionally, it all boils down to if the people are crying saying we don't want this person, that it has to be the state assembly. But so far, we have seen how much power the governor tend to have on the state assembly. I mean, a lot of things has been happening. But then I'm giving Nigerians kudos for thinking, and I'm very sure we can find possible solutions to navigate and bring our strength, our voices, which is so powerful, because these politicians are just like 1% out of the 100% of Nigerians, and we get to decide what should happen, and we urge them to treat us right. Now, quickly, I'll read this last message, which, of course, just sums up this segment. He says, my view concerning the defection of politicians from one political party to another, the point here is that the party is inhuman and therefore can't be or cannot bring any changes, but the people within the party are the matter concerned. A lot of people lack ideology and they for money, or they are there for money, and they look at the politics as business where they can gain. Now, this message is from Hamza from Wushishi local government area of Niger State. Thank you so much, Hamza, for that. I agree with you on the fact that at the end of the day, the party is just the party, but then people tend to follow something, perhaps a personality, and you tend to move. You become a follower, like our people will call it follow if you don't have your own ideology or your own personality. So that is another take on that. But appreciate every one of you for calling in and sharing your take onto this topic. And for those that sent messages, also appreciate. If you tried and could not reach us, apologies. It's the network. I mean, the network provider should apologize for that. But tomorrow, of course, we'll come again with another topic and would open the phone line for that. But for now, of course, we'll wrap up this segment and we'll take a break. And when we come back, we'll talk on a more larger scale of what is happening in the African continent, considering the 38th African Union Summit that happened over the weekend. So do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.